You could say one of the biggest challenges to patients battling cancer with chemotherapy is the absolute devastating side effects to the body. It's like an unintended form of collateral damage, so to speak. My next guest, CFO and President Andrew Kucharchuk, and Jonathan Head, PhD. He's the CEO and CSO of Baton Rouge, Louisiana-based OncBioMune Pharmaceuticals. The company is forging ahead with proprietary vaccines that selectively target cancer cells without any harm to the patient. That's definitely a revolutionary change for cancer treatment. Gentlemen, both of you, welcome to New York City.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
It's our pleasure. Let's talk right away. This is revolutionary to be able to target cancer cells without harming healthy cells. How do you guys do it?
Well, basically, we have a therapeutic cancer vaccine. It's used to treat cancer. It's not a preventive vaccine, which we're all familiar with. It's a therapeutic vaccine. And what we did is we used tumor markers, which are proteins that are expressed by cancer cells in greater quantity. And we created an immune response to it by combining that with what are called biological adjuvants, things that stimulate the immune system. The two we use are IL-2 and GM-CSF, which are natural in the body. So we're creating sort of an autoimmune disease for the patient, like arthritis or something, except we're attacking prostate cells, which can be cancer cells, without harming the patient.
Andrew, what's the history of OncBioMune?
Well, we were founded back in 2006, and from 2006 until 2015, we were a LLC. The main thrust was we received a contract from the United States government to develop the prostate cancer vaccine and to test it in the phase 1 clinical trial. That money, we were granted $5.2 million over that time period, and that got us to the point where we are today. And back in September, actually September 2nd, we took the company public.
The cost of cancer care is staggering, both emotionally and fiscally, but OncBioMune is trying to combat that situation.
Yeah, we're planning on taking a two-head approach. One, we're going to charge less than our competitors for the drug. And secondly, we're going after the active surveillance population of prostate cancer patients. And there's roughly 227,000 of these per year.
Talk to me about Proscovax. It's your lead product. How does the drug specifically target just cancer cells without hurting normal cells in the body? That's revolutionary. It happens.
Well, we're sort of creating an autoimmune disease would be one way of looking at it. People there's a lot of talk about immune surveillance. The idea that you get cancer all the time, the immune system knocks it out. I'm not a big proponent of that. I think, my mutations are more important in terms of cancer. And most cells that mutate die, so you don't have the cancer going on. But in terms of creating an autoimmune disease, you can do that. So what you do is, like we know arthritis, right? It attacks your own body. Well, if you attack the prostate cancer cell, which is expressing a very high amount of PSA, and other things aren't, you can attack it specifically without having side effects, toxic side effects. And you avoid all the other problems you have in prostate cancer, because the main two therapies for prostate cancer are surgery and radiation, which have vast morbidity to them. You're either incontinent or impotent.
What is the prostate cancer drug space like in terms of dollars spent every year?
It's incredible. Probably, I think I read a study that said it's going to be about $17 billion in the next 5 years.
I understand OncBioMune is now working to help cancer patients in Latin America, a huge emerging market. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, we signed a memorandum of understanding with Vitel Group. They've done several products down in Mexico, and we're going to do a clinical trial in Mexico starting probably this summer to expand our global footprint.
So products in the pipeline referred to as biosimilars, including a drug similar to Celgen's Abraxane. Can you explain the compound a bit, what it is, and how does it improve on a drug that's already a blockbuster within the market?
This is it's albumin paclitaxel. And the problem that was addressed by Abraxane was that the cremophore that's in it causes toxicity. So Abraxane, what they did was they used albumin to carry it. So it's like a sponge, soaks up the drug and lets it out slowly. But it's a polymer it's a big molecule, a really big molecule. And what we did, we found a way to trap the paclitaxel in the protein molecule. So we have single a single molecule albumin with trapped in there. It'd be less expensive to make, and it's you know, it would be a competitor to that.
And it's an oral medication?
No, it's an IV.
What's your relationship like with the DoD? I mean, that's a pretty good get.
Well, we had 3 contracts, and that's how we developed this to this point. And now we're going, and then we became public to raise more money to go in these further trials. And the reason it was funded originally was that Walter Jones for the DoD. That's why our phase 1A is being done in a veterans hospital in La Jolla, because